Hi, welcome to my channel on Happy Camping. So I'm a happy camper, and today I just got it in the mail. FireHiking tent. This is one of those pyramid, or not pyramid, but you know, a teepee like tent. This is a hot tent. It's supposed to be able to have a stove in it. And I have another one very similar to it, but this one's supposed to be a little bit larger. And just wanted to kind of do a review of it as I unbox this. Well, actually I took the box off. Just need to take the plastic off. And let's see how easy this is to put up. FireHiking. So far it looks pretty nice. I like how it compresses really nice in that bag. Hopefully when I take it down it compresses pretty well. I got it all bundled up here. Take a look and see what we got. So this is the poles, this looks like the tent, this looks the carrying case. I don't see where the stakes are at. I hear them in here. Alright, got some stakes here. Okay, it's got this type of stakes, and I can also tell by the cord on it. This is one of those type of cords that when there's a little bit of light on it at night, like a flashlight, you can see the cord, so that you don't trip over your cords. So that's good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spread this tent out. This looks like the where the stovepipe comes through the tent. Let's take a look at the instructions here. Open the bag, take the tent out, unfold the tent flat to a hexagon, drive in pegs, connect the support pole. And it looks like you put in all the pegs before you put in the pole. Support the pole, tent with the pole, adjust the peg positions to make the tent wall flat. Fix the wind ropes to the ground and adjust the ropes to make the tent more stable. Okay, well, this is my first time doing this, so let's see how it goes. Let's pull this out. From what I understand, this is supposed to be like 16 feet in diameter, all the way across. So a little bit bigger than the current teepee that I have, which is one Tigris Rock Fortress, which is, it's a decent tent, but it's 12 feet in diameter roughly. So this one here would be adding on another 4 feet in diameter, which I kind of like. I'll have a lot of room in a tent. All right, it's kind of goofy. Here's something. Start spreading it out. Okay, let's see if we can find where the front door is. So I take it the front door is where the logo is at. Redo this again. Just gonna pull it tight and go around and put the stakes wherever. I'm not going to put it very deep in the ground, so I can adjust it. So I went around and put stakes at all the corners of this hexagon, and I believe it's a hexagon, or maybe it's an octagon, but nevertheless I have the stakes all the way down in all the corners, and I may have done it just a hair too tight, so I'm going to get in there now and see if I can get the pole up. Alright, taking a look at these poles. Oh, nice rubber band. Alright, this is unusual. I might actually have to break down and do the directions. I've never seen this before on one of these tent poles. You ever seen that? That is unusual. I don't know. Looks like maybe it's some kind of stabilizing thing, so we'll see. Yeah, I went ahead and took all the plastic off. You don't want to watch a video of me taking plastic off poles. And I think that this is the bottom and that this is the top. So we'll see. Oh, that's a tight fit. All right. I'm beginning to wonder if this is some sort of hanger to like hang something, like a light or something. We'll find out. All right, wish me luck. I'm gonna go in. So I'm going to be putting in a stove later, so I might as well put this in now before I put the pipe up and tighten down all of the stakes, because once this goes up, it's really difficult to put in, and you know what? There's no hole, so you have to put the stovepipe on here and cut the hole and fill it out. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just get this ready. Yeah, I would recommend getting this put up before you get the tent all set up. Otherwise, it becomes harder because as the sides come out, it's harder to move into it. Got to stake up the guidelines. Always have a hatchet. Okay. So I think there's going to have to be another guideline for this, maybe to pull it out. See about that. So again, one of the things I like about this line is that you see the little white flecks, thread, or whatever in the rope or the string. Those glow at night. Real big, handy help if you have a light and walking around, you don't trip over your guides, your lines. The other day I was camping and apparently my son wasn't paying attention, and I was inside the tent and he was walking outside just leaving, and he tripped over like one, backed up and nearly fell, and then tripped over another. I thought the whole tent was coming down. So the glow-in-the-dark guidelines only work if you're paying attention. Because on that tent there was glow-in-the-dark guidelines too. But again, you know, if you know how to use these things, put a comment down in the comments below so that we can figure out. Never seen anybody, I don't know if anybody's ever put in their video is use those properly. I've never been able to figure that style of, I know you're supposed to be able to tighten the line, but I don't know how it works. And the last stake, so Kind of wish they would have gave me an extra one just in case we lose one. Okay, got the tent all set up. Just first impressions, I like it. It's really roomy. I like having 2 doors. And right between the 2 doors are not exactly opposite of each other. They're kind of at an angle towards each other. But you got the stove right here that you can put next to one door, and then you have more of this room over here to, you know, set up your bedding and camping out. Realistically, this looks like, I know they said 4 to 8 people in the, you know, the Amazon ad, but I think 2 people with cots, maybe 3 people with cots. That's probably perfect amount. I like to have a lot of room, and but if you're the type to just throw blankets in there, throw a bunch of kids in there, yeah, you can put 8. You can put 8 people in here, maybe 3 or 4 adults, 4 kids, whatever. But yeah, you can technically fit 8. But if you like me and you like to camp with a cot, you know, you're gonna need more space. But I like that there's a lot of space in here, and I can stand up. I'm 5'11", and I can walk a couple of feet before my head hits the top. The other tent that's a little smaller, this is supposed to be a 16-foot diameter, and it looks about 16 feet just eyeballing it. But the other one, I could barely stand up. I stand up and my head's already hitting the top, and it's got a taller ceiling right here. And you know, like I said, I think this is to hang a light on here, so that's good. For the venting, you have these here, and you just open that up on the outside, and you have a vent. Let's see, there's 2 of them right here. You can shut these in case it rains at night, and the water will go back that way. And then you got that roof area there, so you have venting. And venting is very important if you ever wake up and there's a lot of moisture in the tent because of condensation. It's because you didn't have enough venting. All right, one of my sons hates that. Condensation, he hates waking up and there's wetness everywhere, but you know, in those situations we just didn't have enough venting. But it looks like there's enough venting in here. You got vents up here at the top, and so you got 2 up at the top, and you got 1, 2 at the bottom. And then of course the doors, you know, sometimes you can add a crack in the door, or you can zip it up, but not, or you could just use this and fasten it with Velcro, but just leave cracks. That'd give you a little bit more venting, but there looks like a lot of room in here. All right, so again, this is the FireHiking, and I keep wanting to say FireHiking, but it's FireHiking tent, and it's the 4 to 8. I'll put a link in the description below, so if you wanted to check it out, you can. And yeah, it's an affiliate link. If you want to order something, that's great. But other than that, it seems to be a good tent. We're going to continue, my son and I, we're going to continue setting up. We're going to put a flooring in here, set up a wood stove, get our beds in here, and we'll show you how much room there's actually in here. All right, cut. You found our illustrious picnic table that we have in our backyard. But in order to do all right, don't show them all the junk, come on. All right, in order to do the, I don't know what you call these, but it's kind of fire resistant. It goes up against the stovepipe. Nomex pad? I don't know. But anyway, you do have to cut the hole in it, and you want to be careful because it's got this other flap. And you want to imagine this is going to be on the outside of the tent, and it's going to go up on the tent. You want the flap at the top so that rain, when it comes down, it actually washes off the side. It doesn't go into the hole. So you're going to have a hole here, and the pipe is going to be up like this. So you want the rain to just catch and go down the side instead of coming into the tent. So I am going to see if my handy dandy marker pen from work will kind of do a rough outline of a circle. Maybe. I can see a rough outline of a circle right here. Oh, let's zoom in on that. All right, cool. All right, use my pen cap. So now, see if I can actually punch a hole through it with these scissors here and cut out a piece. So first of all, I'm gonna fold it, put a little mini hole, and then see if I can cut my way around it. Yep, all right. I think I'm doing okay. And it doesn't have to be perfect, even if there's a gap. these wood stoves put off a lot of heat, so a little minor gap isn't gonna, you know, cause you to freeze out. And yeah, maybe a little water gets in, but it's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit of water. And so I'll get this hole cut out and do a test fit. I don't want to do it too big of a hole, but I don't want to do it too small either. So just a test fit with this pipe. Ta-da! Fits. Yay! Spin it around. All right, coolio. Ooh, nice. All right, so now we're gonna put the stove in. You know, one of the things I just noticed about this design that I like is that with the other Teepee style tent, I had a difficult time trying to reach and put this up on the tent, but because the door is right next to it, I can do it a lot easier. And I've just noticed that, and I like that, because you never put this on until you seem to always just wait until the last minute, and you're doing your stove to put that on. Ideally, if I was smart, I would have put it on before the tent just went up with a pole and everything like that, where you didn't have to step over the tent. But with this, it's easy. You don't have to worry about it. You can also, you know, take care of this if this comes loose. Real easy. So we're putting in the stove right now. You want to come around here and show them the stove? All right, this is the stove. Got it a couple weeks ago. I've been using it. What I like about it is it's got glass on both sides, so that, you know, you got to have that ambiance. You got to love that fire. And we kind of put it in the wrong spot, so we got to move it up just a little further. Got a welding blanket to use as fireproof, in case embers get out. I'm doing this right. All right, put it in the hole. All right, there it goes. And let's see how close we came. Actually, not too far off. Have to stand back to see if it's straight and adjust it. Well, it's not too bad. It's actually leaning a little bit this way, so if we move the stove down there at the bottom a little that way, maybe we can straighten it up a hair. I'll just move it a hair. And that looks pretty good. Straight? How's it from that angle? Straight? Well, I call that a success. I didn't screw up anything. All right, just make sure that the Velcro is down all the way around so that moisture from getting in. But a little moisture isn't going to hurt. And voila, get everything back, and our stove is complete. So take a look inside here. As you can see, we've got 2 beds here. My son and I are going to camp out here tonight. And if you saw over here, we got plenty of room over there. We can store some things over there, a little bit of firewood. You know, maybe an extra blanket or 2 in case we get really cold, but I don't think we will. You know, we got the wood stove. It's only going to get down to about 44 tonight. And with a little bit of wood and a couple blankets, I think we're just going to be just fine. And there's a lot of room in here, and I'm really glad for these vents down here at the, you know, sleeping level. I get a little breeze coming through or something. Yeah, that's it. This is the FireHiking, not Fire King, FireHiking. You know, 4 to 8 person tent, and it does look pretty big. It's definitely a lot bigger than the other one we have, and looking forward to staying in it. Okay, thanks. All right, so I'm in the new tent, and it's working out pretty well. There's a lot of room. Got both cots set up. My son's off goofing off. Got a fire going down there. You know, one of the things I liked about this fireplace, and I can't even remember the name of it, but it's got a window on both sides. So no matter what side you're on, you know, you can see the fire. It's great. You know, got a hanging light up there. Got my, this is my solar generator. Kind of nickname it Disco. It does these weird lights. Different colors. That's pretty cool. Maybe one day I'll do a video on how I made that, but right now it's I got the one door open and sitting out. It's a nice night. It's nice to have a little bit of fire going, but not too much because it's not going to be that cold. You know, I like camping videos, and one of my favorite channels is Camping with Steve. He goes everywhere, Steve Wallace, and camps in really weird spots. And he's got this saying, step 2, which step 2 is a it's generally stopping and taking a break and having a beer. I don't drink really that much, but my step 2 would be Zevia, which is for people on a diet. 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 caffeine. And this one here tastes like root beer. And it's actually not bad. So, Zevia. Hey, you know what? I never heard of it until a few weeks ago. Tried it. I kind of like it. I'm on a diet. I'll put a link down below just in case you're interested in a diet drink with no caffeine and no sugar and no carbs and stuff like that. I'll put a link to it down below. You can check it out. All right, had a good night's sleep. It's morning time, and as you can see, taking a look around, there's a lot of room in here, for 2 people in cots. It's 4 to 8, but I like a lot of space, and we even have enough here for a camping chair. Fire burned out in the middle of the night, but we stayed comfy in these sleeping bags. But yeah, overall, I like this tent. It was hung up some lights there. If you're looking for a good Teepee style tent that you can put a wood stove in, I do like this one. I think I paid roughly $200. Maybe it was $195 or something like that off Amazon. And overall I like it, and I think it's a good deal. Stayed comfortable, and there's a lot of good space. So overall, I like the tent. I'm a happy camper with it, and hope you have a good day. Another video from the outside of it. This is the FireHiking 4 to 8 man camping tent. And that was what the noise I heard. I had a solar light hanging up from the outside up there, and it fell off in the middle of the night. So I heard something, and I was like, well, what was that? Figured that's what it was. Anyway, I enjoyed the tent. Highly recommended.